long-awaited Hinman documents are finally revealed. Not only has this document been the center of attention in the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, every crypto investor have also been keeping a close eye on the release of this document because this will have a huge impact on the future of crypto. And now that this document turned public, it basically revealed that the SEC is the most hypocritical agency in the US. And this is very important because this also means that the SEC might be out of the game in the crypto industry. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why. Let's dive right in. So let's rewind back a little bit. William Hinman was a former director at the SEC, and the Hinman Documents refer to a set of communications and speeches made by William Hinman himself, which includes the status of certain cryptocurrencies. So Hinman made a speech in 2018 during the Yahoo Finance All Markets Summit appearance. Let's hear what he said about crypto in 2018.
If the network on which the token or coin is to function is sufficiently decentralized, and the purchasers no longer have a reasonable expectation that a person or a group is going to carry out essential managerial or entrepreneurial efforts, those assets might not represent an investment contract. Moreover, putting aside the fundraising that accompanied the creation of Ether, based on my understanding of the present state of Ether, the Ethereum network, its decentralized structure, we believe current offers and sales of Ether are not securities transactions.
And before we continue, this video is brought to you by Bybit.
Bybit is a top cryptocurrency exchange with the most volume in derivatives trading, which is pretty insane if you want to get in on that crypto action. If you want to join the Bybit exchange, sign up with our link down below and you'll automatically get 20 USDT in your derivatives account. But it's only for the first 100 people, so what are you waiting for?
The reason why Hinman documents are so important for the whole crypto industry in the US is because the Hinman documents basically revealed hypocrisy of the SEC and shows that the SEC has no idea what they're doing. That's why Gary Gensler was trying his hardest to keep the documents sealed, because he knows that the Hinman documents and speech is a very dangerous weapon that could be used against the SEC. Not only for the case against Ripple, but also for SEC as a whole, because Hinman's speech would make it difficult for the SEC to change their position on ETH in the future. After reading the Hinman documents this morning, I had so many questions in my head. Like, what is the SEC doing? Why are the views of different chairmen and directors so contradicting and different? And do they ever come to an agreement before making a speech or taking legal actions on crypto exchanges? It's like I'm watching a shit show featuring Gary Gensler, Jay Clayton, and William Hinman. So within the documents, it's been revealed that William Hinman has been warned multiple times by the Office of General Counsel and the Director of Trading Markets that his speech would cause great confusion and is not true to the law, which means it doesn't follow the Howey test. Let's take a look at some evidence. So the head of trading and markets suggested that William Hinman's speech appears to include things that go beyond the typical Howey analysis, and they have concerns that this might lead to greater confusion on what is a security. And then he went on to saying that please consider tying these factors more closely and explicitly to the Howey analysis. And this is a bit weird to me because why did Hinman insist on giving this speech? In his email, he even called the speech itself the Ether speech. Like, why did he choose to ignore all the advice he was given? Were there any influences or conflict of interest involved? And not only that, Jay Clayton, who is the former chairman of the SEC, even encouraged people to take a look at Hinman's speech. Here's a clip of him saying that.
Bill Hinman recently outlined the approach we take to evaluate whether a digital asset is a security, and I encourage you to take a look at Bill's speech, which is available on our website.
And a few years later, Gary Gensler decides to sue Ripple and other crypto exchanges. If the whole of the SEC disagrees with what William Hinman said, why is the speech still up on the SEC website? It just doesn't make any sense that the actions and views of chairmen and directors are not aligned. And this obviously shows that some internal staff from the SEC is actually disagreeing with what Gary Gensler is doing. But what is Gary Gensler's endgame in trying to sue Ripple and other crypto exchanges? Well, he's not necessarily trying to shut down crypto in the US, but he's trying to shut down crypto companies because the big banks can then swoop in and buy back and take over. The reason why I think he's not trying to shut down crypto as a whole in the US is because this will create a much bigger impact than he can handle. If crypto is completely shut down in the US, this would drive millions of talents offshore. All US-based crypto exchanges will move to countries with clear regulatory guidelines, and billions of dollars will move out of the US. The US will basically be pushing themselves back to the Stone Age, while every other country are flourishing. What it looks like he's doing is basically creating FUD amongst the US crypto investors, so people will withdraw their funds from crypto and possibly put it back to the big banks. All in all, the reveal of the Hinman Documents exposes how hypocritical the SEC is. From William Hinman ignoring the advice of other senior officials from the SEC, admitting that Ether is not a security, to now Gary Gensler suing crypto exchanges for selling unregistered securities and being the puppet of big banks. We can see that the SEC is incapable of handling their internal communications and that the actions of different executives are very contradicting. This has caused debates concerning the responsibilities of regulators and the effectiveness of current legislations within the ever-changing crypto sector. Therefore, I really hope that the Hinman Documents will give the Congress a wake-up call to step in and provide clearer crypto regulations and to rule that the SEC is the wrong agency to regulate digital assets. That concludes our video for today. Thank you for watching. We have also done 2 other videos on the SEC lawsuit against Binance and Coinbase, which talks about different mistakes that Gary Gensler has made. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to like, share, and comment down below if you have any other questions. And until next time, bye!